Welcome back, eSIM Studios podcast live stream episode 105. Excuse me, it's one of those days. Podcast episode number 105. Thank you for joining us today on this Wednesday afternoon. Hope everybody had a good first part of the day. Starting a little later than usual. Voice is not up to par. But it is what it is. So we got a number of good stories. I got a lot of good information today. So we can get some music going. Now, I want to remind everybody, you can take us with you wherever you go. If you missed the live stream, if you join us halfway in between, you got two options, right? You can either catch the replay on YouTube, which is cool because when this is done, I'm going to re-upload this live stream into a regular video, but I'm going to cut out all the fat, cut out all the intro. Because I'll wait a few minutes for everybody to populate, to join in. I send out the links on social media for everybody to join. So if you want to catch this without the intro and all that good stuff, simply watch the replay on YouTube. Now, I'll only upload the replay on the eSIM Studios YouTube channel. But you can also catch us in a podcast. Audio form. We are certified, podcast certified. So what does that mean? That means quality audio, video, production, what have you. So not the very best, right? I hate to toot my own horn, but I like to think if I really if I focused on this live stream and the production of it, I could have this thing looking freaking awesome. And it will in the future. I'm just busy with a lot of stuff right now on the back end, but anywhere you get your podcast, whether it's from Apple Podcasts, the application, Pocket Casts, iHeart Music Radio app, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, simply search eSIM Studios and we will be there. Daniel, what's going on, brother? So check this out. I ordered after talking to you, Daniel's a good guy, man. He's been a lot of help with this OnePlus thing. So I'm looking to get back into OnePlus. I've been just like Pixel, very busy, very busy. A lot of stuff. I'm trying to help my mom. She's got we have like a memorial. She had a funeral, but we're having a memorial. Something get together, and my sister and I are helping my dad because he's a little older. So, anyways, long story with that. But that's what's taking most of my time, is doing the planning for all this because we got over 100 people coming in from all over the country. So, anyways, I wanted to get a OnePlus, right? I want to jump back into OnePlus. I had the very first OnePlus One, the sandstone back, big adopter, as nothing, right? Same thing with nothing. I plan on having their phones all the time. But I think after the OnePlus, what was my last OnePlus? I had the 10 Pro, but I sold it after a couple months. Just wasn't digging it. But I think they're back, right? So I had every OnePlus up until the 7T or 7 Pro, 7 Pro, 7T. I think I had both of them. But I did not get the OnePlus 9. Did not get the OnePlus 9 Pro. Then I had the 10 Pro, and that was it. But I'm looking to get back in. So here's what I did. I had a little internal struggle with, should I go with the 12R or should I go with the 12? I talked to Daniel offline. He sent me some pictures. Man, those pictures look good from his 12. But I was looking on OnePlus's website. I can upgrade for like $239. Now I'd have to trade in my S22. That's what I'm filming on, but so be it. So I was like, well, screw it. I mean, it's a really good phone. $239, sure. So I went ahead and ordered it. Then a little later at night, I was watching some YouTube channels, watching some YouTube reviews. And I'm like, you know what? I got that feeling inside. I'm like, you know what? I think I made the wrong choice. Now, wrong choice maybe not the best word to say, but I think I should have gone ahead and gotten the 12. But here's the deal. I'm supposed to be getting a 12 tomorrow, and the 12R is already shipped. So I'll have to. I don't know what I'm probably going to return the R. I don't know. We'll see. But I should be getting the 12 tomorrow. It's the emerald green 512 storage. Getting the emerald green tomorrow. Got to drive to San Marcos to go get it. About 45 minutes away, but up I-35 towards Austin. But I found one online. Really good, really good price. Almost brand new. So I think I got it for like $500, which is pretty good because I could get a brand spanking new one for right around the same price with discounts, right? But I'm like, screw it. Let me just go grab one. So anyways, we will have OnePlus back. We'll have OnePlus back in the mix here. Can't wait. Cannot wait. Been seeing a lot of good reviews. So check this out. So I've also, speaking of acquiring electronics, I'm in the market for the new Snapdragon X Elite computer. But we'll get into that. A lot of them have not. You can buy most of them, but they haven't shipped them yet. But we'll get into that here. Give me 1 second. So let's get into the news real quick. I got a couple of good stories, right? Ooh, real good juicy stuff. So the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6, right? Look, man, I cannot wait for this upcoming year. The Fold 6 I'm excited about, which I never was. It finally looks like they're going to make a phone that looks like a phone from the outside that just opens up into a much wider phone or a tablet. Never liked the Fold series. It was just too weird looking, to the aspect, what was that, 22 by 9, or just tall and skinny. Didn't like it. This year, I think it's going to be different. OnePlus Open, their second version, from what I hear, not going to be this year, right, but early next year. But you also have the Pixel Fold 2 now. What is it called? Pixel 9 Pro Fold. Cannot wait for that. Going to be freaking awesome. Now, I think we'll get into this in a minute. So we have news on the Fold 6. We get a sneak peek at the outside display. Now, I mentioned this. I did show an outer display from the new Fold 6 about 3 or 4 weeks ago, but that was just the glass. It was see-through, basically just a digitizer. But here we get to see. Oh man, I forgot to include something. Now you get to see it on a device. So with the screen on. I don't think I'm going to have time today. Tomorrow, 1000%. I cannot believe I forgot this. I was going to get into the Apple roadmap. The leaked Apple roadmap of what the plans are for the future. Now, this should not only entice the Apple fanboys to pay attention or to watch. Also, Android fanboys like myself need to pay attention to this as well. This is going to get really, really hot and heavy. I'm telling you, here over this next 2 years, next 2 to 3 years, real hot and heavy with the competition. Real, man, I'm telling you, the phone wars just began. This is going to be an incredible next few years. I'm very excited. Very good. Thank you, my days, well, yeah, pretty good. Minus the allergies. But that's the same story here, man. Honestly, I'm looking to get out of here. Seriously, I want to move out of there, out of here. Allergies, it's an everyday occurrence, and I don't think I should put myself through this every day. It's either a headache, a stopped up nose, your voice is raspy, and you're just tired all the time. I was working today, getting the news together, and I was just dozing off. God damn it. Okay, but it's all good. Yes, I believe so as well. The 9A saying that is Pixel. Oh, you're saying is. You're asking, is a Pixel 9 Pro better than iPhone 16 Pro? So the 16 Pro will be a little bigger, right? It's going to be 6.3 inch display. Pixel 9 right now looking like it's going to be a 6.1 inch display. Those 0.2 inches make a big difference. We have a Pixel 7, which is a 6.4 inch display, and just holding a Pixel 7a, which is a 6.1 inch display, huge difference. I mean, not a huge difference, but you can tell the difference in the hand. Possibly. It's hard. That's what I'm saying. Starting right now through the next 2 or 3 years, phone wars just began. It's going to be a close call, right? So the Apple fanboys are going to say I love the iPhone, and all of us Android fans are going to say the Pixel. But it'll be a hot now. Check this out. The better question is the Pixel 10 Pro with their new CPU that they're going to build from the ground up, right? Because this 9 is still going to have the Exynos Tensor chip in there last year for Samsung and Google's contract. So that's the real question. Look, as much as I love Pixel, I don't know what to expect from the CPU. I just don't. And we all know Apple is going to bring it, right? Apple's going to bring it. They always do every year with their CPUs. So we'll see. But I don't know. I don't have a lot of confidence, but sales should be fine. But Pixel 10, that's where I'm putting all my chips in. Xperia. I was just mentioning this yesterday. I've never had a Sony phone. I've never had one. So I have no idea. It just never appealed to me. I don't know why. I just never thought to myself, damn, I gotta go get that phone. I have no idea. Just never. The design, software, just in plus two. I don't think they said because like the past few years I'll buy my phones from the manufacturer unlocked. Previously, I would always get mine through the carrier, and they never really sold any Sony phones through the carriers, or at least mine. So I just never had any urge to get one. But check this out. So let's start off here. Check this out. Okay, so nothing. You've heard them come out with this 2A, obviously the 2A, but you heard a little. They released a blue one, right? But check this out. They're releasing all this cool stuff. They're the Nothing marketing department. I'm very impressed because they not only think of clever stuff to do on social media, they think of stuff like this, real clever. I think they have a design challenge for whoever can mock up the best looking Nothing phone 2A. Nothing's gonna sign, seal, and deliver your design, and then start manufacturing them. And how cool is that? I don't know. Is this a design winner? Nothing launched the 2A Special Edition, a limited edition variant featuring a unique design. The Special Edition shares the same specs as the standard 2A. The 2A Special Edition is limited in is available in limited quantity starting today. So how much is this? And are people in the U.S. allowed or available to purchase this? Ooh, that looks nice. Check that out. Damn, that looks badass. It does look the white one, which I have here. It does look a beautiful phone, my God, but it almost gets washed out on a white background, right? So this kind of this blue channel right here really looks cool. because that's the other thing. The gray one is a solid gray. The white one is a solid white. The blue one they came out with is a solid blue. So I like seeing the different contrasting colors in there. For those of y'all that want to buy one, let's see real quick, and then we'll move on to the Z Fold 6. So here's the blue one they came out with. Very nice too. I was thinking about grabbing one of those. Where can I buy this? For US buyers, is available for $350. Yeah, but you get to choose the different colors. So this is right now minus any trade-in deals, right? Minus any discounts. But right now, this is the very best phone for the dollar, right? When the almighty dollar is the number one, well, it's always the number one determining factor, but you get the point, right? Let's say you want to spend the least amount possible, but get the best phone possible. Well, this is it. Let's see if they got the colors. Damn it. Nah. See, they don't have it. All they have here in the US is a black or white. And that's it. Or I guess milk. So I guess that was now look, if you want one, you're gonna have to either wait, let's see. It said limited quantities are now available through nothing.tech. Let's go to nothing.tech real quick and see if they're available. Okay, here it is, but look, I don't think I can buy one because it knows I'm in the US. Right here. So yeah, we're not going to be able to get them here in the US. If you want to get one, well, here's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to find one probably on eBay, or through another marketplace online, or if you know somebody in Europe, family, friend, anybody that can purchase you one and then they can ship it to you. But just buying it through nothing is not gonna, black or white, that's all you got. Those are all your choices if you're in the US. But eBay, now look, if you could buy one on eBay, they're gonna it's not gonna be $349, right? It's gonna be, I think I saw some for $449, so they basically add on $100. Same thing with, you know what, Amazon sells the 2A, but I think they're $449 as well. Let's move on to the Samsung Galaxy. I want y'all to see this. Hang on, I just want to see phone 2A. Just black or white. And that is it. Okay. So we have so the Galaxy Watch, as we mentioned yesterday, went through the FCC to get certified. Well, today the Flip 6 went to a little visit to the FCC, and the Watch 7 Ultra paid a little visit to the FCC. Where the hell is my Fold 6 story? Here we go. So check this out. Let's see. Galaxy Z Flip 6. So this basically gives us a little confirmation of at least what we can expect when these get released here, in about 6 weeks. Okay, let's see. Wireless charging. Any new news? So we know it's going to have the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. We know it's going to have a slightly bigger battery. And then there were rumors, basically confirmed rumors, of a better camera setup on the back. Thank God. Same cameras you get on the S24 Plus, and more RAM, 12 gigs of RAM, right? So is that the same model that passed through the FCC? Should have been. Let's see here. No. It was the Galaxy Ring that went through the FCC yesterday to get certified. I apologize. I have that information on yesterday's show. I'm trying to find. Let's see this. Oh, here we go. So we got, let's see here. Antenna. So this is the FCC's website. This is all public information, so you can pull up anything they test. You can see the modems they have in these devices before they get released. I'm trying. I don't know if we can confirm cameras on here. They test all sorts of stuff, and I don't know if they have basic information instead of having to sift through all of this info. It'll have a low emission Bluetooth LE, AX Wi-Fi. Let's see here. And here's the PDF on the Z Flip 6. You can literally download it, save it if you want to. A lot of it's gibberish, right? A lot of it's just paperwork, but I don't think it's going to have see, watch this. This is pretty nerdy if you're getting to this point where you scour the FCC's website. I'm not going to get into it, but it doesn't look like the cameras, the sensors are 100% confirmed, although basically 99% sure. And it doesn't look like the RAM is confirmed. I can't see anything from that. But it's basically, it's basically confirmed 99%. I would be shocked if it didn't have, well, we've seen that in benchmark scores. We've seen the RAM increase, and then the photo as well. Now, Samsung, look, the heat's on for them. We know Apple's coming out with a new iPhone Flip. So Samsung knows this. So instead of taking their sweet time upgrading this Flip series, kind of taking their time every year, just giving us a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. Now, Samsung had two big upgrades left with this Flip. And actually they had three. One was a larger outer display, one was better cameras, and the other one was more RAM, right? So they had essentially 3 years to release one of those big upgrades every single year, right? Kind of lollygag their way because they don't have any competition. I mean, Motorola, yes, but really, Samsung sells a gazillion more Flips than Motorola does. Now that the word's out, Apple's got a flip phone. So Samsung's like, holy shit, let's throw everything in this device and get it out there and show everybody what we can do. But that's good, right? Competition makes everybody better. Let me show you this Fold. So here's the old one, right? This is the Z Fold 5. Not a fan of the Fold series. Just not. It's too awkward looking, looks too weird in the hand. Sony hardware is great. Yes, I know. I don't know what is it Xperia? I don't know what their flagship name is. Is it the Xperia that's their flagship? I may look into that. Where do you get them from? Their website, I'm assuming, or do you have to get on like eBay or Amazon? If you were gonna get a Sony phone, where would you buy one? Obviously, I can go to eBay. I can, but I'm just saying, where would be your number one choice? Does Sony sell them on their website? That's the thing. I've never even looked into buying one, so I have no idea. How's it going? Thank you for joining us today. Yeah, I know the new one. I know I've seen a couple of or passed through a couple of good reviews, and so far they've gotten some good reviews. But if you are a foldable lover, this device maybe, well, excuse me, if you're a foldable lover, you're going to love this new Fold 6. If you're kind of on the fence like I am, this might be enough to push you over the fence on the buy side and not the pass side, right? Because here's my issue with foldables. I like the flips. I really, really, really like the flips. My issue with the folds that fold open like a book, for those, I know we have some people watching that aren't too familiar, right? The flips open like alligator mouth. The fold is like a book, right? So my issue is I want a foldable, right, that looks like a regular phone from the outside, simply as this does, and it just simply opens up into a bigger device. What bugged me is that Samsung, as you can see here now, it even got better from the Fold 4. These are very tall and very slim. The Pixel Fold, the OG Pixel Fold, short and fat. All right, like when you hold it, because most of the time I would use it as a regular phone. I don't believe I would open it up that often. I mean, of course I would, but I think over 50% of the usage would be on the outer display. I'm not going to open it up every single time I'm going to use it. I'm just not. It just looked too weird and awkward, right? And it's bulky. I think this year is when they're going to change it, right? So, as you can tell, look, it looks like a flat line here on the left, and then over here on the right, it just doesn't look symmetrically even, right? This year, I think they're going to change that. So, a few weeks ago, I think 3 or 4 weeks ago, we got a glass panel look at what the new Fold 6 outer display was going to be, and it essentially looked like a regular phone. So that's what's got everybody excited about this one, right? So you just get a sneak peek. So look at literally a sneak peek. However, from this sneak peek, can I open this up? Damn it. From this sneak peek, you can tell it looks like a regular phone, right? It doesn't look awkward. It doesn't look asymmetrical. It's got regular rounded edges. It's got a thicker bezel, but it's going to have to. But it doesn't look much different from this, right? So I'm holding up my S24 Ultra, and look. Right? I mean, this year is supposed to be thinner. It's supposed to be lighter. It's going to take on the same design language as the S24 Plus with the squared off edges, flat sides. And again, they are going to release this and launch this a little early this year. And join eSIM Studios. I'm going to live stream the Unpacked event. They're doing it right before the Paris Olympics in Paris. That's where the Unpacked event is, because what I hear, they're giving all the Olympic athletes a goodie bag, Samsung goodie bag for the Olympics. They're going to get They're going to give them a Flip 6, a Fold 6, and I think a watch. But they want the athletes to wear these. They want the athletes to use these. And you're going to see Samsung all over the place, right? Advertisements all over the Olympics. So this time's up perfect for Samsung and the Olympics this summer. But join us. When is it? July 10th. July 10th. And they also, I think they're going to debut the Galaxy Ring. What else? And I believe that's it, but that's a lot, right? Galaxy Ring, brand new model, brand new SKU, and then these two should be a showstopper. At least this Fold, I believe, should be a showstopper. And then finally, we get the Flip 6 with everything, all the hardware we have ever wanted and needed. About the 2A. Yeah, I hate my autocorrect. I do that shit too. Hold on. So, Xperia. Let's do this. Is it the Xperia 1? Is that what you were saying over here? Find out. Is it the 1V? Sony Xperia 1V. Sony's always made their phones with a real slim, tall profile. Let's go to their website and see what the flagship is. So, damn, that's $1,200. So the 1V, I'm assuming, is their flagship, right? And then they got the Sony Xperia 5. Oh, are those Roman numerals? So it'll be the 110. I guess. And the Xperia 5. Would it be 9? Huh. So let's see what you're getting for $1,200. .5-inch 4K. Damn, is that true 4K? I mean, it must be if they're advertising it. It's pretty good because I by default say 4K screen when it's really not. Like for the S24 Ultra and most Android flagships, they're like, I guess 2K technically. But I'll say 4K sometimes by default on accident because a lot of the monitors and TVs are. But you rarely see something, a cell phone advertised with a 4K display. Huh. Oh shit. So I need to go to Xperia 1 Mark V is last year's model. Use their global website. Okay. That was from last year. Global. Let's see. Let's go back. Be this one down here. Yeah, I think that's it right there, no? I have no idea how to get to their global website. No kidding. They still do? Holy shit. Amazon has it listed for $1,600? No kidding. So what kind of let's see. No, this can't be right, can it? Android 12. Let's see. Damn, that's crazy. B&H probably has some of their phones. So this has, I'm trying to find out what CPU it has in there. It says Snapdragon 8 Gen 1. GSM Arena, like trusty GSM Arena. So it's probably going to be, this is their flagship, right? The Xperia 1 VI. I'm assuming that's it. Usually always put the best one at on the very left. I was gonna say Android 12. GSM Arena should have all the proper statistics. Let's see. June 3rd of 2024. So just a few days away. 192 grams is not that heavy. 8.2 millimeters. It's pretty good. Let's see here. Now the screen looks a little less than what I thought it was going to be. Because then they say 4K, right? They said 4K display on their website. 12 gigs of RAM, Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, 5,000 mAh battery, 30 watts charging. It's going to have Gorilla Glass Victus 2, IP68 water resistant. Huh, they're not, are they? They're not 4K displays, huh? So this one says, the good old side-mounted fingerprint sensor. I like those. They're easy to push. You don't have to sit there and haggle with it if you have issues with your fingerprint scanner. Let's see. Bluetooth 5.4. Here's all the Bluetooth information. Let's see. Interesting. Well, it looks like a. But here's the thing: it's up against some stiff competition, right? Because if you had, how much are these? Roughly $1,200. Here's the thing. I mean, yeah, they're cool. I mean, they look cool now that I'm kind of looking more into them. I've never considered them. I've never even looked at specs, naming. I just right over my head. I don't know why. Honestly, it's kind of a weird thing now that I think about it. But they're up a lot of they're up against a lot of competition, right? So for that $1,200, you can get obviously the Samsung S24 Ultra. But look, I think Sony has a very, I think they have a good reputation. They have name recognition, and I think people that have used them, obviously like some here, would have no issues buying one. How was their updates? Do they update once a month, or is it every 2 months? It has reverse wireless charging, 5,000 milliamp hour battery. Selfie camera, 4K, 60 frames per second. Good lord, look at this main camera. Look at all these stats here with this main camera. Yeah, they don't play around when it comes to the camera. My goodness. That's a lot. That's a lot of tech to throw in there. What sensor does it have? I'm sure it's got their best, right? Let's say it should. It does not say. Oh well. Lots of people are mad about going back down to 1080p. Latest tests show amazing battery life. Yeah, that's one trade-off that I don't mind. Look, for the longest, I think this is the first phone, the S20. I shouldn't say that, but you know how you have your choice. You can put it on full resolution, or you can put it at like 1080p plus. Hell, some phones even had down to 720p, but I never really kept mine at full resolution. I don't think I can tell the difference, honestly, between a 1080p plus and a, I guess, 2K resolution. This is the first phone that I've just kept it at 2K resolution and kept it at high resolution and never looked back. Typically, I'll scale it down just one notch to try to extend the battery just a little bit, but I bet the battery life is really good if you bump it down all the way to 1080p. Yeah, they're pretty pricey, no? Yeah, I sideloaded a cool Sony app on. It's a voice recorder, audio mixer. It's called Sony. Sony Music. It's on my other phone. It's in one of my phones. Anyways, yeah, they're really good with the audio. Obviously, they come with a 3.5 millimeter jack, SD card. That's the thing. I probably would be more into Sony if I was more into photography, honestly. I would like to get one of these though. I might reach out to them, just a long shot, to their marketing department to see if they can send me one. Because I do see, I think they've sent out some to some YouTubers, because I've seen this last week with new videos popping up. I'll do that after the show. I'll reach out to their marketing department and see if they can send me something to test, and just say, hey, I've never had one before. It'd be a good experience for me to get my feet wet with them, with your devices, because I do want to test the camera. So interesting. Okay, well, I might we'll come back. I was gonna say, I wonder if I could buy. Well, I'll look into it. I'll look into it. I think it'd be a good learning experience for me just to get one in hand. Interesting. So you like those a lot. Your voice recognition, voice typing. Voice typing's gotten a lot better. I can tell you that. All right, let's move on. I'll look into that though after the show. Okay. Any more leaks? So here's some cool stuff, and we might leave. I got two more things real quick. Satellite phone service looks like it's right around the corner. We did mention, what was it, T-Mobile? I know obviously iPhone, but I think that's more of emergency services, right? Emergency satellite connectivity. But it looks like we're getting closer to real satellite connectivity, meaning instead of, well, I guess you would still get your service from a cell phone tower, your nearest cell phone tower. But if you were in a rural area or on a mountain or in the desert, you could probably get, it looks like, satellite service in the future, meaning you get your carrier services, all your data, voice services, everything from space, from a satellite in space. Verizon, this story says Verizon is investing heavily in this technology. We reported a couple weeks ago, or maybe a couple months ago, T-Mobile is investing heavily. They're going to, I don't know if they're going to launch their own satellites or if they're going to partner with a company that already has this going on. It's probably what they're going to do. But this is right around the corner. Now, our phones that we're currently using will not be able to pick up these carrier services. I believe this would have to be for future devices like S25, S26, possibly Pixel 10, Pixel 11, something like that, right? Because I think you have to have a special frequency that I'm not sure these modems are prepared for. I think they have to be manufactured just for this specific modem and or frequency to pick up, basically. Yeah, we literally, I think right before you joined us, we were looking into that. Yeah, it's really cool. I got it pulled up right here. Now, interesting thing, you cannot buy this here in America. Unfortunately, we looked, we checked, and their developer program for us Americans, it's just still black or white. So there's no blue variant, which we know is an Indian sourced device exclusive, but it appears this is not being sold in America as well, unfortunately, unless they update their website between now and next couple of days. But I'll check. But that looks really cool. I really like that. Speaking of CPUs, I got two last stories real quick. So MediaTek's coming out with a new powerful CPU. The Dimensity 9400. Dun dun dun. Powerful, efficient, and we will probably never see this here in the US. You never say never, but I actually really like this Dimensity chip in this 2A. And I kind of wish we had more options here in the US. Quite frankly, I know Qualcomm probably wouldn't like to hear that. But we need more options. But that's just not how the cookie crumbled. I'm not saying Snapdragon sucks and you got to find another CPU. I've been satisfied with these Snapdragon CPUs. But I would like to try stuff out. Now, I guess I can go out and buy one that has this Dimensity chip in it. But this one looks really nice. So it's going to be manufactured by TSMC, the same manufacturing plant and or company that's going to manufacture Google's new CPU here in the Pixel 10. TSMC manufacture Apple's CPU. So it's built on the 3 nanometer node process, high performance, good power efficiency, right? Look at this. It's said to reduce power by 34% compared to last generation. That's a lot. It is interesting. Let's see the early benchmarks. Let's see what these scores are. Oh shit, this is the 8 Gen 4 compared to the MediaTek 9400. Wow, holy shit, 11,000? Wow. Damn, so this Snapdragon 8 Gen 4, look at the ANTUTU scores up here on the top left. Over 3 million. Whoa. Now this is next year's Snapdragon 8 Gen 4. It is still very early. Numbers obviously can fluctuate, can change, but seeing those numbers, shocking. Here is Geekbench 6. Single core score, 2845. And look at this multi-core score. 5. We finally hit 5-digit multi-core score. Now, just a reference, let me see what my S8. Let me see what my Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 did in Geekbench. So, just for reference, the 8 Gen 3 that I have here in the S24 Ultra scored 2222 in the single core. And this is the 8 Gen 4, and my 8 Gen 3 scored 2222. Now, look at this multi-core. The multi-core on the 8 Gen 3 that I have here scored 6787. 6,787. And look at this score. Now, look at this. Look at this new MediaTek chip. Whoa. So, it's actually slightly under the 8 Gen 4 right here. But look at this. That means it's a beast when it is fully cranking, running on all 8 cylinders. This thing is incredible. And look, it scored with 3.4 million on the ANTUTU benchmark, while the 8 Gen 4 roughly scored 3.1 million. So slightly lower scores in single core, but huge difference in multi-core. So wow, yeah, MediaTek has got a good chip. And if it's 34% more power efficient than the previous generation, means should get better battery life and should not hopefully overheat. That's the other thing. When you crank out these scores, that CPU is working incredibly hard. Whenever I think of these companies doing benchmark testing, I always think of like a Formula One engine. You know, where they go like 12,000 RPM and it's just screaming down. I always think about these CPUs when they get benchmarked, just screaming, which could generate heat, right? But it appears if they get that under control, you have a good CPU here. So be on the lookout. It is supposed to be released. Let's see. October. Last thing. So look at this. Last thing, and then we'll get out of here. So Qualcomm's been very busy, very busy. So they just released some new cores for their ARM department, right? We've got ARM Cortex-X925 and A725. So basically, what I'm getting at is we just saw them release the 8 Gen 3, which is fueling most flagship Android devices this year. It looks like this new 8S Gen 3 probably gonna power the Nothing Phone 3 and some other flagships this year. But they came out with their Snapdragon X Elite CPU for laptops, right? Absolute beast. And then you get this. So at first glance, you're like, well, okay. But I think there's a little more, there's something to this. Let me clear this out. Hang on. Because I got these two stories here. Now, this is basically why this is important. Two things. They're actually going to use, this is for upcoming CPUs, right? Architecture and creating phone CPUs. They basically, Qualcomm has had this sort of revolution, just like Nvidia with their stocks taken off. They've invented and created a revolution when it comes to certain product. They've revolutionized their industry. I'm not saying Snapdragon's revolutionized the CPU industry, but they do have something very special with this Oryon chip that's powering these new laptop CPUs. The first time I can remember that Apple has a competitor for their M3 chips, for their M4 chips. They basically Apple's been wiping the desk clean, wiping the market, not only in performance, but in battery life. Well, Intel, AMD, move aside. Qualcomm will take over from here, because it looks like if they get their shit together. Not saying they don't. I'm just saying, if all the chips fall into place where they may, it looks like Qualcomm could leapfrog AMD and Intel when it comes to taking on the headmaster chef Apple when it comes to these chips. They're putting that Oryon, the new architecture that they built, this new X Elite CPU, they're going to put this in these cores, right? And so let me tell you what they're going to do. They're basically going to lease this out. Very interesting article. I'm going to put this in the description box below. If you want to read it, if you're a big of a tech nerd like I am, I encourage you to read it, because this is going to be the future. This will be powering some device that you will have in the future. Qualcomm is switching over to its Oryon ARM-based cores for the Snapdragon Gen 4. Let me repeat that. Qualcomm, who makes Snapdragon, is putting their own Oryon-designed ARM-based cores in their mobile chips now. The same one that's been getting so much praise online for this new laptop and computer CPU. They're putting that same architecture in next year's flagship CPUs for phones. That means enormous performance boost and enormous battery life boost. Now, it doesn't perfectly equate and equivalent to phone tech phone performance when it comes to laptop phones. Similar, but not exact, right? But this is very good news. This is very good news. Now, what they're going to do with this is they have some really, really cool stuff. Oh shit, y'all aren't seeing that. They have some really cool graphs here. When you see Cortex-X925, it's basically another division. So when they package a CPU, it has different cores in it, right? One core does AI stuff. One core's responsibility is for efficiency. There's some other cores that are responsible to only kick up and really get into gear when performance needs are at hand. So every core has different responsibilities inside of a CPU. And Qualcomm's going to introduce this new Oryon technology architecture inside all of these cores next year. So, let's see. Where was I going to get at? Here's another cool little chart. I wish I had some more time to get into this, but it's gonna be incredible. And here's the deal. I'll leave you out with this. This is why I put so much pressure on Google, because today was, or not, yeah, well, maybe it was today. It was like the first time I really wondered, did Google do the right thing by breaking off and doing their own CPU, doing their own architecture, doing their own CPU? Because it sure looks like Snapdragon or Qualcomm has the future is theirs. Like, they got the future in their hand, right? And it's just up to them what they want to do with it. That being Qualcomm. Now, time will tell. Only time will tell. Because essentially, you can say the same thing for Google. If they want to succeed in this new venture they have of creating, designing, building, manufacturing their own CPU, 100% now for the upcoming Pixel 10 series, future's in their hands too. It's up to them. They got nobody to blame but themselves. If they trip, fall on their face, if the CPU in the Pixel 10 is a flop, they got nobody to blame but themselves. Because this time, Pixel 10 will release in about 18 months. Because if we fast forward 18 months from now, Snapdragon, they're going to be producing some freaking badass chips here, CPUs here, right on the horizon. And I sure hope Google can produce a good CPU, right? We'll just wait and see, right? We have no idea, but time will tell. Time will tell. So, I encourage you to go check that article out. I will link that in the description, but I'm going to get out of here. It's getting a little late over here, but I appreciate everybody for joining me. Thank you very much. Hope everybody had a good day. And I will see you same time, same place tomorrow. Peace out.